So here we are. We have finished now all of our rows needed for our NICU blanket, and my blanket is now measuring 60 centimeters. So it's time to cast off. We're going to use a different cast off for this figure 8 stitch. You work from the opposite end of your working yarn. So I am just going to turn that around. Okay. And what we want to do is take one side over to the other side. Doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as you take one loop across onto the other side. You're going to continue to do this for all the pegs. Now that I'm at my last two, I'm going to take those across, and now all of this row has been transferred onto this row. So we go through now and we will knit off, take the bottom yarn over the top, the same as we're doing in all of our other stitches, the bottom over the top. And we're going to do that from this end all the way down to the end that has our working yarn. Now that I have finished knitting off all of the pegs, we start our cast off. Now to do the cast off, I'm going to take this loop. Notice I'm working from the end away from the working yarn. So I'm going to take the second peg in, and I'm going to transfer that onto my first peg. And then I'm going to knit that peg off. Then I'm going to transfer that loop back to the first peg. I'm just going to take this from another angle. So now I've knit off this one. I'm starting again 2 pegs at the second peg. I take it onto the first. I knit that one off and I transfer that back onto that peg. I take the next peg onto that one and knit that one off and transfer that peg back to the next one. We're going to repeat this until we get to the end of the row, and this is going to give us a really lovely cast off that's got a lovely stretch to it and it doesn't cringe it in. So let's continue that. We're approaching the end of the loom now. Okay, this is our last one. That one has been knit off. Take our yarn and cut. And this last one, we're actually going to thread through. You could use your darning needle, but as you have your hook out, you can actually just take that thread up through and take that off the loom. And now that has given us a really lovely bind off for our NICU blanket. And you can see both of the ends, almost see both of the ends. Both of the ends are quite even, whereas often when you do a bind off, it really restricts it in. And this, I think, always gives it a really lovely finish. So we'll just weave in our ends now, and that blanket could be donated as it is, or you can choose to do a crocheted border around the outside. Thank you very much.